Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you America's top foundational health coach, Dr. Joe D.
Welcome to this edition of Mindset Monday. I was just feeling it in my soul. There is hope. This is what we have got today when absolutely it's just going to thrill your soul with hope with my guest. For those of you that know me, welcome back. I'm Health Coach Jody. For those of you that don't, I'm Dr. Jody Baird, known as America's top foundational health coach, certified health coach, and holistic nutritionist, a pioneer for over 43 years. I focus on the foundations of health, spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, social, and financial. My guest and our focus today with Mindset Monday is actually all six, but there is hope. There is hope in all six pillars of this life that we have. My background is that of 1.1 million pounds of toxic fat lost over my 4 decades. Yes, with absolutely less than a 5% recidivism rate because it's toxic fat. And in this COVID culture, over 3,000 of my clients have reclaimed, regained, and restarted their lives. But you know what the good news is? The next pounds lost, the next health reclaimed can be yours. You see, when you take care of you and your world first, the world around you is empowered forever. That epitomizes my guest today, Arthur Jew. This just epitomizes what Les Brown says, that it is possible. It is possible for you to find a whole new world. A whole new world. You just have to believe it's possible. It's possible to put together the pieces of foundational health. It's possible because I'm possible, but you know what? You are possible too. I can tell you right now, it's possible because it's right in your hands. The next right choice in health, the right supplement you take, the next exercise you do, the next thing that you truly do in your life, the next meal that you put morsel in your mouth, that is about mindset. You see, Arthur and Daniel Jew took an idea. It was socially empowered from their parents, their father first, I believe, and we'll hear about this. But they took what they felt in their mindset, but they took their skill set because it was inspired from above in a spirit set. It's this way. It is body, mind, and spirit. They took what they were given in their body to create a mindset that truly brought about an innovation unlike any other. This is what happened truly with Health-a-Pedia. Now, didn't it? I had a vision. You know, it was back in 1984. You've heard that story 10,000 times, but you're going to hear it again. That in my soul, that spirit set gave me the mind as I was just partnering, not at that point, but mentored by Dr. Hulda Clark. I just believed it in my soul, and I wrote down on that goal card, I will pen the Eastern medical version of the PDR. PDR stands for Physician's Desk Reference. If you've never known what a PDR, you're going to see that behind your physician. When you go to a Western medical physician, you'll see this big red book, and it's going to be there. This big red book now is the Eastern version of the PDR. You can see I've got little things tagged because I'm going to bring out a certain part of what Arthur Jew wrote in our book. But I penned this and I said, I will write the Eastern medical version of the PDR. I was a health coach with 2 certificates. Now, 43 years later, I could probably wallpaper the studio with the certificates that I've had. But I believed it in my soul. I created it in my mind. And then physically, it came to be. Why? Because I believed it. Why? Because the universe had already set this up in motion. Vision, mission, fruition. And now we are going to be meeting in Boca Raton. When? February 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. We're going to take a look, take a listen, not once, but twice at this video today. It is so important because we had a part of this in our souls. Each of us must have been when I was then helping another. What do you feel like, ladies and gentlemen, when you feel it in your soul that you just want to contribute to humanity? Fast forward in 2022, I was helping someone in still a part of the pandemic. They were locked down. They were in part of the United States that had severe lockdowns. And out came, I said, I'm going to find something for this young man who was off the rails with ADHD. His father, who was a client of mine, client patient, called up and said, Dr. Jody, do you have something for him? That spurred this goal in motion. That's when I found the protocol for his son, which, by the way, he's much better now because we got to the foundations of what he needed to create his body, because the body put in the right condition can and will heal itself. We put it into motion. Then I found this notion that I had with the gold card that just fell out of that file. From there, I've had the pleasure of putting together and the honor of 40 authors, meeting Dr. Bernie Siegel, putting together the pieces of foundational health, not for me, but for you. To think that we claimed all 13 countries of Amazon bestseller in less than just a few hours. As Dr. Jim Marinakis said last week, why did Amazon shut us down? Because they thought we were a bot. They didn't know, however, the difference between AI, artificial intelligence, and as Dr. Jim said, AI, artistic intelligence, because we took our thoughts, we took our notions, we took our visions, and we put them on a paper. So let me ask you this, ladies and gentlemen, what are the things that you want to accomplish? What are the things that you're going to write, as the good book says, on tablets of stone? Maybe it's a piece of paper. Maybe it's this napkin. Who knows? Maybe it's just your cell phone, but take it out. Put it on something that can make your vision into a mission to fruition. We are half full with Boca, and it's not until February. I'm saying, are we that good? We are pretty good, but the time is now. The time is now for you to take and capture your health and what you need to know about your health that will be your wealth. Health-a-Pedia is like an encyclopedia. It's like putting together, and many people know certain puzzle pieces of your life and what you want to do for your health, and health becoming forward in motion, because when it's a priority, you can live the life that you want to live. If you want to have what I have at almost 70, you need to do what I do to get what I've got. And I know you want that. I know you want that. Now, don't you? This encyclopedia of health is coming all together in Boca. How? Because we have the pieces of foundational health, and we are going to be putting them all together, just like the volumes of an encyclopedia, Health-a-Pedia. So let's look and let's tee this up for what we have here with Health-a-Pedia, our book, Health-a-Pedia now, that has become what we know is something that of great importance. Yes, 1.3 million downloads and books sold in our first 5 days. Why? Because the time is now. Why? Because the time is now for you. And I just want to give you this slice before I introduce our guest. Take a look, take a feel, take a listen.
Health-a-Pedia has arrived, led by the iconic 20th and 21st century icon, Dr. Bernie Siegel, MD, author of Love, Medicine, and Miracles. along with 42 extraordinary healing world changers that will motivate, educate, inspire, and propel you along your own path to wholeness, wellness, and abundance. Every compelling story will uplift you to your own epiphany of health isn't something you do, it's what you become along life's journey. While being mentored and studying with the iconic pioneer in natural healer, Dr. Hulda Clark, and experiencing her life-changing practices and protocols, a goal card was written and dated in 1984 stated, "I will write the Eastern medical version of the PDR, Physician's Desk Reference. The universe delivered a sign to actualize this goal. Now in 2023, we are experiencing vision and mission into fruition. Health-a-Pedia has arrived, led by the iconic 20th and 21st century icon, Dr. Bernie Siegel, MD, author of Love, Medicine, and Miracles, along with 42 extraordinary healing world changers that will motivate, educate, inspire, and propel you along your own path to wholeness, wellness, and abundance. Every compelling story will uplift you to your own epiphany of health isn't something you do, it's what you become along life's journey."
From book launch to Boca, that's where we're going. And now what we're going is you're going to hear about, as I've always said, my why, like Gary Sanchez says, Dr. Gary Sanchez, author in the book of the Why Institute. There's always a better way. And we needed a chapter 7 in this book. You'll hear about it now. And it was really, really just such a blessing that Arthur and Daniel Jew just filled that slot. They are geniuses in their own right. From Silicon Valley, that fits, that they would know about AI. I'm really interested in what Arthur has to say about AI now being artistic intelligence. But they took their inspiration, which was a tragedy, and you'll hear about this, but they took their genius with AI. They took their genius with IT, and they put in this social absolute love and mindset and emotional set into creating what I call him is Bestatarian Buddy, that absolutely live freely, proactive aging component that's here today. Absolutely, what they've done is that they've taken something that maybe wasn't particularly a fun thing, just like I had an obstacle that I had to overcome with my youngest son with his diagnosis of ADHD, but you turn it into an opportunity. That's what being your best is. And they created proactive aging with Live Freely, an absolute revelation to them and revolutionary piece of what we can do to live and be proactive in their aging. So we're going to watch this commercial. I am so honored to say that Daniel and Arthur Jew are part of our sponsors for our Boca event and what we're doing with our movement, Health-a-Pedia. So take a look, take a listen, so you will know and experience before I bring Arthur Jew, my esteemed guest, up. Let's watch Bestatarian Buddy, Proactive Aging, and Live Freely.
Aging seniors face a variety of challenges when it comes to their health and well-being. Now, there's a way to take control of aging. Meet Buddy, your personal health assistant. Buddy is a cutting-edge digital health solution that empowers seniors and their caregivers to be proactive in aging. The platform works on smartwatches worn by the senior and paired to their phone. Buddy automatically detects, predicts, and prevents falls. If a fall is detected, your loved one's watch will vibrate and display fall detected, I'm okay, or help me. At the same time, an alert is sent to the caregiver and a 5-minute countdown begins. If the alert is not addressed within the 5 minutes, Buddy will automatically connect to 911. Many times, a loved one is prescribed a walker or cane when they become a fall risk. Through Bluetooth and gamification, Buddy encourages the use of assistive walking devices by providing points that can be converted to gift cards. Buddy also reminds your loved ones to take their medications on time. One of its most innovative features, Buddy uses all the data it collects to create a personalized baseline and measures deviations to alert of potential health issues. Gain greater connectedness, peace of mind, independence, and security through Buddy, your personal health assistant. To learn more, visit www.buddylife.com.
Boy, when my husband saw this, he goes, I need Buddy. And I know we need you up in the studio, Arthur. Welcome to Mindset Monday. When I look at this, I'm going, they are so smart. Are their brains bigger than their heart? I don't know, in your spirit, but I am so grateful and honored to have you here on Mindset Monday. What a concept. What a professional you are. Welcome, Arthur.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me on your show, Dr. Jody, and it's a pleasure to be with you. And we love everything that you're doing and all that you stand for, all the, positivity, the vision, the belief that turn into reality, and all of that applies to us, and we just soak that up. So thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And they always say the pleasure is all mine, because that's true. And as far as I would love to give just a little bit of the background on how it all started. I think about Brenda Yananoff, one of my favorite quotes. She said, intention, what you mean when you do a thing. Doesn't that just explain how this all came about? And you can find Daniel and Arthur in chapter 7 in all of their glory. I love that picture. You're after the recipes, of course, but here they are, how it all started. So share with our viewing audience how it all started, please.
Well, it really started with one of the biggest challenges we ever faced in our family, and certainly that I ever faced, when my father had a stroke, 2009, actually on Valentine's Day, the day of love. He had a stroke, and we didn't know what to do. That changed our whole lives. That changed my life. And then I ended up becoming a caregiver for my father. And then shortly thereafter, my mother passed away, and that was another devastation to me. And so, I felt alone and caregiving for him. And there was a lot of things that needed to happen. And all of a sudden, overnight, I became like an instant pharmacist. I had to know his meds and everything that he needed to take.
Crash course.
Yeah. And so it was really a scramble. And we didn't feel that there was a lot of support in terms of technology tools and so forth. Anyway, we went through that. And my brother came back from overseas to help me. And so together we took care of my dad. And when he passed away in 2016, it was, wow, we had gone through quite an experience, and we were sitting there reminiscing to each other. And I love how you said, when you have a thought or a goal, write it down. So we ended up just saying, we could have used a lot of help, and we started writing sticky tabs of all the things that we could have used. And
yours wasn't a recipe card; it was sticky tabs.
Sticky tabs, and we ended up with 27 sticky tabs. I still have them, and
wow.
Of all the things. And then my brother and I looked at each other and said, we're in the tech field. We could make some of this. So that other people don't have to go through what we went through. And
Eureka! They can take the sticky tabs. Will you please bring the sticky tabs in a Ziploc bag? Put them in your travel bag, okay, so they don't get lost. But bring them to Boca. I think that would be beautiful, because I've got the recipe card. It's going to get unveiled. All right.
All right. We'll do that. And so we sat there and said, we can do this. And that's when we set our minds to turn that aspiration, the possibility, into a reality. And that was the moment that happened for us. And I can remember that we set about doing this. We called it, in the entrepreneurial world, sort of a skunk works, right? We were just doing it quietly in the background on our own. And
what was that? A skunk what? What was that again?
Skunk works.
I've never heard that before. That's hilarious.
Yeah. And so we kind of did it quietly, and then galvanized some friends who had gone through similar experiences, who were in the technical field, who really understood the need for what we were doing. And so pretty soon we had a community of us working on these hard issues that caregivers face. And then we ended up putting together what we call now Buddy, which is a personal digital health assistant. It works with smart wearables. It's an app. And it's not only, as you talked about, using AI. So we use AI to help it become predictive and preventative as well as just detecting issues. And so that helps build a greater connectiveness between caregivers, loved ones, help elongate their independence and safety. And so we said, let's put this out there and see what the reception is. And people love it. We have thousands of people on it now. It's helped so many people. We're just gratified that we could be able to, take what you said, a challenge, and create an opportunity to help better other people's lives through that experience. And so we're just gratified in where we're at, and we're looking forward to the future of helping many, many people who, didn't have the technology and who need the technology and need it to be affordable so it doesn't break them financially or emotionally in their
Yes.
life. And so
Because
that's really our goal.
and it's truly your goal. And what happens with this, I just had to say, is I went through it with my mother at a very young age. I was 26, and all of a sudden you're just thrust into this, and I was stressed out. I'm not a tall person, but I got down to 100 pounds just because 5'5" and 100 pounds is not good. The stress on the caregiver, then you can have relaxation, which I know causes disease, and all of those ancillary things that you take care of with this. And by the way, now that Traverse TV is on channel 55 in Orlando, get ready. You're now an old people's country today, because it's not oranges that are more exported in the state of Florida. They're actually bodies back to where they were actually born. It's corpses. So, hey, old people, get ready for Bestatarian Buddy. Get ready for them in Boca. But I just want to give a shout out to Jamie Matheson, because that's so a part of this. We are so used to say this the six degrees of separation. Now it's 2. And I said, I'm looking for not one sponsor. I'm looking for the first right sponsor. And then you said yes. I'm so gratified that you did. And Jamie, thank you. And what have we had out of there? Then I had said, because my why is better way. What does it mean to be your best? And this, Arthur, I don't even think you know this. We had 6 chapters in the book. I said it's got to be 7. And I've got a little surprise for you about this. But you see, to me, being a bestatarian, which is now our trademark, what does it mean to be your best? Chapter 7 began, what does it mean to be your best on every single day? Because this green screen, there we go. I can see this. And then we have in this chapter, people that have lost, I've got 6 recipes by Meg Pukel, our photographer, going all the way to desserts. In that, you'll see pictures from them then and now. I always say to people that have lost weight, you're not fat, you just have fat. So we lost the have fat, and you see the healthiness, and then health and longevity. When I say, Arthur, energy creates vitality, which transcends to longevity. See, you made Bestatarian Buddy that vitality going into longevity. And to me, I am just so grateful that, of course, you've got a skill set. You're a doctor, Arthur Jew. You can find Bestatarian Buddy on Buddy by LF, stands for Live Freely, livefreelyhealth.com. But Arthur, you are a doctor. You just put together a beautiful chapter, and you were the end note in our book. Thank you. That's all I want to say. But what was that experience like? Talk about a gift of, of faith. You didn't even know me.
Well, I just had a sense. Sometimes you got to follow your gut, and I just knew that we were on the same path and shared very similar values and goals and aspirations. And so we just had to jump on it when the opportunity presented itself. And I'll give a shout out to Jamie too. I think she's a survivor, a cancer survivor herself.
Yes.
And she's doing you should go out to votefab40.com and vote for her, because she's in that contest. So I'll do a shout out to Jamie. And she really connected us as 2 like-minded individuals who believe in the power of faith and positive thinking and really creating reality out of possibilities. So just a shout out to her as well.
Yeah, let's put that just up there. Let's yay for Jamie Matheson, because she not only has survived cancer, but she's thrived for 10 years. So Jamie, we're voting for you. You've got it all on Traverse TV. I know it's going to be there, and you're going to be here in Boca with us in February. I'm so grateful. And why did you say yes to being a sponsor?
I just believe in what you're doing. All of the foundational pillars are things that we all need to balance and to pay attention to in our lives, all the way from the spiritual to the physical to the emotional to the intellectual and all of that. And that's something that we aspire to do actually in our app, Buddy, is not only physical health, but also mental health and all these different ways that we need to support people emotionally, to seniors that may feel, lonely and so forth. So all of these things are on our roadmap as well for Buddy. So just the dovetail and the overlap is really significant for us.
The dovetail, the overlap. And since I'm speaking right now to our local Central Florida audience, Arthur will be with us in the villages and in Central Florida. So get ready, Waterman, get ready, Adventist Health. We're going to be there. We're going to be there and give this, because it isn't disease that gets somebody. It is not. And I talk about inflammation as the number one cause of all disease. But Arthur, it's really stress. Think about the stress that alleviates the caretaker with Buddy. Think about the stress that leaves the senior unknowing, is this going to happen to me today? Am I going to fall? And the insecurity to know that they truly have a buddy on their wrist. That to me says volumes about what you've done and what you are doing.
That's what we're trying to help people with, is have greater peace of mind and eliminate some of that stress so that they can just enjoy life and enjoy and have, and what we actually trademarked this term, proactive aging. Enjoy proactive aging as we all will get to that point. So
yes, proactive. And I do know that somehow we're going to, for our next event in Denver, we're going to have a mascot, Bestatarian Buddy, is going to come in with his AI watch, and it's going to say proactive aging. I think that would be a lot of fun, because we'll be in Denver in July. But how about let's take a look, take a watch. You haven't even seen this commercial. It just came out Friday. Ready for Be in Boca?
Absolutely.
Why learn about health when you can experience it? Experience it in beautiful Florida in February 2024. Join us for 3 days of integrative and intensive health and healing education and empowerment with the expertise of the following Health-a-Pedia author, speaker, and facilitators. The world-renowned homeopath and acupuncture physician, Dr. James Marinakis, 4-decade health coach and holistic nutritionist, Dr. Joe D. Bear, and others such as Kimberly Meredith, Dame Doria Cordova, Rex Sykes, Dr. Gary Sanchez, Jamie Kerr, Serena Brown-Travis, and more. Experience daily morning walking and yoga, interactive participation, panel discussions, and more for your own epiphany of health. Get your tickets now.
So, what you think?
I'm excited. Can't wait to be there.
Oh, absolutely. For our own epiphany of health, seeing these noted speakers on health. And like I said, what the real context of this is, ladies and gentlemen, we all know certain pieces of the puzzle in health, but we're putting them together so you can leave empowered, and you can give a watch, or it can be on your wrist with Bestatarian Buddy. So what is your last piece of wisdom? And then I have just a wonderful inspiration that I had for you and Daniel as well. What would you like to share with our audience?
Well, just follow your dreams and, make those goals, set big visions, dream big, and follow them. We would have never imagined years ago, just in the trenches of caring for our dad, that we would be here today, bringing Buddy to the world, and just, get that mindset of turning whatever challenges that come your way into opportunity to help others and to serve.
challenges into opportunities. And keep in mind, Arthur, you and Daniel and Bestatarian Buddy are in chapter 7. I'm a big one on numbers. The number 7 is associated with spiritual awakening, intuition, analysis, and introspection. You and Daniel did all 4 of those. And it's believed to be a highly spiritual number that can symbolize deep inner wisdom and connection to the divine, to reality. I really think that this also just absolutely epitomizes you. And then it goes on with a little humor. It says, and it also means good luck and good fortune. I believe that that's what you're going to have with Bestatarian Buddy, with proactive aging, with what you're doing here, proactive everything, and going ahead and finding you on Buddy by LF. Until we see you next time, Arthur, much honor, respect for you and Daniel, because you really took your vision and mission into fruition. You could have stayed in that skunk works. Oh, that's going to stay in my mind all day. But you've taken this acquisition of your experience and knowledge into reality. Thank you for being my guest here today. What a way to start our week. Thank you, Arthur.
Thanks for having us. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you in Florida.
Yeah, see you in Florida. So, skill set, mindset. What does this really mean? To be your best. You've heard me say this. This is absolutely my husband's quote. I will always give him the credit for this. He said, when you are the best, in this way, Bestatarian Buddy, when you are your best, people will feel you. They will feel you. So I'm just asking you to have a great and healthy mindset kind of day. And we're going to have it, the proactive aging Bestatarian Buddy. But now we say, this is Dr. J saying, until Thursday with Margie Heisman, international diplomat, and giving us her best on what she is doing in the world of diplomacy with her new book and what we're going to be doing with her down in Boca. We will just say, have a proactive aging, a Bestatarian Buddy, a healthy Health-a-Pedia kind of day. Ciao for now.